Hi, this is David with EminiTradingStrategies.com. This is the weekly update for November 30th to December 4th, 2009. I have a couple quick announcements I want to talk about. We are soon to be releasing our Pro Indicator version 2. Okay, Pro Indicator version 2 is a nice upgrade from version 1 as it has more features, including the no NSE zone where it shows you when not to take certain trades. I'll show you some examples of that in a moment. We will also be releasing our Dow strategy coupled with our advanced strategy video series. The advanced strategy videos are coupled with the Dow strategy because you can trade both markets. Of course, trading two markets is great as it gives you more opportunity. In fact, this week I traded both markets, and after commissions, I'm up $1,077 per contract, and that's after commissions. Okay, my Tick Trader course is all about trading for daily income on the E-mini S&P. I go for 1 point profit, which is $50 per contract, and stop. But I've been working on the Dow strategy for over 18 months, and combining the Dow and the advanced strategies, I can conceivably achieve more than $50 per contract per day. This week I averaged $200 a day per contract after commissions. So we don't have a lot of time, so let's talk about this week's trades. But because of time constraints, I ask that you go to our blog and go to each daily blog post to see more specifics of my actual trades. I'm just going to roll through the charts as I have a lot I want to show you. Okay, Monday, November 30th, trading the ES, I had about an hour-long trading day. I ended up 6 ticks after commissions. You'll see Pro Indicator version 2 showing you no NSE zone here and no NSE zone here. Okay, yellow has got a certain rule set, and the sherbet color has its own rule set. What's important to note is that when we come out of no zone, I teach my students that the NSE that follows is typically stronger than a standard normal system entry. Okay, and you can see that right here out of no zone, that NSE, nice winner. Also, I am using a beta version of Pro Indicator version 2. I'm at home when I'm doing this video. I don't have the most updated beta version, so I may be missing a couple of dots or a couple of pullback entries that aren't showing up. Of course, all that's been resolved. I'm just at home using an older version. So let's move on to the next day, which is December 1st. Had a 20-minute trading day on the ES. Lost 4 ticks. I believe I gained 4 ticks. I wrote down 5, but I think that's a mistake. I think it was -4, +4, +5. Not a bad day, 20-minute day. But notice no zone again, okay? Coming out of no zone here. Unfortunately, we don't get any NSEs, but we did have pullbacks here. Just this version is not showing them all. Then we had a NSE here that we avoided. Sometimes avoiding rules is going to cost you winning trades, but it's not going to cost you losers because you weren't in the trades. But notice coming out of no zone, that NSE that follows, very strong winner. Very nice. Let's move on to December 2nd. I had 9 trades December 2nd. Okay, I wrote in here sometimes less is more. Guys, I have a lot of rules in my S&P system that dictate when to take trades, when not to take trades. That's why we have no NSE zones, and we have a couple other filters that keep us out of trades. It's clear to see that we had a great NSE that would have been a one and done, but we had rules that kept us out of that. So the rules don't always work in my favor, but it's really all about the discipline to follow the rules and stay focused on the rules, and you'll come out ahead. So even though I could have had a one and done if I broke the rules, I ended up trading at 1:45 in the afternoon, had 9 trades, but I still made profit that day. Okay, that's what's important. Let's move on to the next video. Okay, here's another screenshot of December 2nd. Okay, all this is no zone. Now you see it's changing colors. That's because there's a different rule set that happened that Pro Indicator version 2 knows to keep you out of no NSE zone. Sometimes these NSEs are nice winners. Okay, but look at the losers. Here's an NSE loser, NSE loser. So a lot of losers that you're going to keep yourself out of. So sometimes, again, the rules will keep you from a winning trade, but they keep you out of a lot of losing trades. And there's some really good examples of that right there. And sure enough, coming out of no zone, nice winner, another nice winner. Okay. Let's move on to December 3rd. Had a great NSC right just after the opening bell. It took off. And one of the things I do is I move my stop loss up as soon as I hit profit. Hit profit, I didn't get filled, turned right back around, stopped me out. Some students got filled. A couple students actually used a trailing stop and ran that up, made a nice profit. So I unfortunately didn't get that one. I traded a little bit longer in a day. Another day I had 9 trades. Ended up being up about 6 ticks after commissions, and I was done about 12 o'clock. Sometimes that happens, okay? I claim to be done 80% of the time within the first hour of the day, and that's true. And that last couple of weeks been taking a couple of days where it simply hasn't been that way. Well, the pendulum swings, and it's all about following the rules, and we're still making money at the end of the day, okay? Sometimes our days just happen to be longer. A lot of times you're going to see one and done days constantly, 3, 4, 5 days straight in a row. I've seen a couple of weeks where we've had one and done straight, okay? And then sometimes it doesn't. So again, it's all about following the rules. But notice coming out of no zone, okay, we lose the back coloring. Next NSC, very nice NSCs, okay? Let's move on to December 4th. Finally, I catch a nice one and done, okay? And I want to illustrate again, no NSC zone. Okay, and how vital it is to follow the rules. Okay, look at all these NSCs that were losers. Okay, so the rules, couple times like this one here, if you don't follow the rules, you catch a nice winner, and you think, oh gosh, forget the rules. But then look at all the beating you'd have had. So my rules are really important. It's really important that when you take my course that you understand these rules and you follow them. That's why we created Pro Indicator version 2 to make it easier on a student, because we have some of the rules hardwired in to show you when to avoid NSEs. Okay? So let's go ahead and talk about the Dow. We're getting real low on time, so I'm going to have to be quick. We've incorporated Pro Indicator version 2 as well, and I have a couple features that I had added that I wanted to use for trading my Dow strategy. First trade was avoided. There was a report, I believe. Second trade right here, took 25 ticks off that. The following trade, I took 15 ticks, came really close to stopping me out, almost down to the tick. I think I was about 3 ticks away, bounced up, made a winner. Thing here is, first trade was 25 ticks. How much more do you need? That's 125 bucks a contract. But I'm sometimes continue to trade, so I'm just pointing out my actual trades. So next day, which would be December 1st, we avoided this trade because of a report. Second trade, which was the first trade that we took, that was good for 25 ticks or better. Third trade was getting later in the day, about 3:30. Really don't want to take a trade that late in the day. It did make some profit, but I didn't take it. Let's move on to our next. We only had one trade, okay? We had Beige Book coming out at 2 p.m. No reason to be trying to be taking trades when you've got a federal report coming out. We had one good trade right there. Very nice winner. This one here we had to skip. And let's move on to December 3rd here. The first trade we skipped. We had Bernanke and reports coming out, so we skipped this trade. Would have been a nice winner. Trade 1 I took 20 ticks off of. Trade 2 I lost 16 ticks. Now look at this here, because this is some rules that are not baked into Pro Indicator that you actually have to learn. We did not, when we're short, we avoid any long trades. We completely disregard it. We have rules that would tell us when to and when not to reverse and go in the other direction. Okay, that didn't happen. Okay, we took this short trade and we ended up getting a signal to flatten out on this bar right here. We did not go long. We just simply flattened out here, which would have been a good thing. That's why these rules are important. You don't just reverse because you get a new signal. We have rules in place, and that saved us because we did lose money on this trade. We flattened out, but then we caught this short trade. Opposed to losing on this trade and losing on this trade, we only lost on one trade. That's why, again, rules are so important. We caught the short trade, boom, all the way down. Real nice winner. Okay, one more chart to show you, then we're going to wrap it up. First trade, we had a report. We didn't take it. Second trade, obvious loser. Okay, here on this red bar, this signal bar, also happened to be a reversal bar. Of course, I teach you precisely how to reverse and when to reverse, etc. So I lost 18 ticks on this trade. Market just dived. I grabbed 35 ticks down and could have grabbed almost 100 ticks, but I took 35, so I recovered everything plus. Then I took this trade, made another 25 ticks. So again, just trading one contract with my S&P and my Dow strategy, the trades that I had, which are up on the blog, up $1,077 after commission. So we're going to do a webinar hopefully within the next couple weeks where we're going to talk more about Pro Indicator version 2, the advanced strategies, the Dow strategy, etc. So be on the lookout for that email. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend.